What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Season 2 my NHL 23 Saskatoon Caribou Expansion Mode Series. Real quick, I just want to thank you all so much for the support on the first couple episodes. It's actually been unreal. Apparently last episode, Season 1, was actually trending, like number 48 on gaming, which is insane. So I cannot thank you guys enough. If you wouldn't mind leaving a thumbs up on this one as well, I'd really appreciate it. Also, guys, if you haven't subscribed yet, hit that sub button. According to Google, half of you have not subscribed. So we're going to get into the draft here, guys. Obviously, Connor Bedard should be going number 1, and he is. Guaranteed high franchise potential there. Okay, so this roster's got high franchise. Honestly, I don't mind that at all. Michkov, Fantilli, each high elite there. We got a guaranteed me elite there, and Javon Mallet. Caleb Bieksa there. Callum Ritchie. Jaeger, I know, is elite. Same with Dvorsky. So Zach Benson should be elite. Carlson there's high top 6. Probably should be medium elite at this point as well. Cam Allen, I'm not sure what he's going to be on his roster. Of course, ours was medium elite. So I kind of like this too, honestly. The fact it's not a roster I created. I can't, kind of game the system as much. I don't know exactly what everyone's potential is going to be. I would love to get Connor Bedard. I can't even take a, timeout here. So we got a minute 44 to try and make a move for him. He's actually playing for the Regina Pats right now. So it'd be pretty cool if, we can keep him in Saskatchewan. We have 14, 17, 30. I mean, all three of these guys are worth the first overall pick. We'll see if the Sharks are willing to do that. Trades rejected. I mean, what is Connor Bedard worth to us? Do we give up next year's first rounder? Do we think we're a lottery team in 2024? We maybe are. Let's try second rounder this year. Just, so much we're giving up here. Trade is still rejected. Are we willing to give up 4 first-round picks for that first overall? Of course, that's an unprotected first in 2024. It could be Kiva Harju, who I think should be a better prospect this time around than he was in my Montreal franchise series. So I'm going to try this, guys, see what they say. Wow. Okay, so we're putting all of our chips on the table here for Connor Bedard, but I mean, the fact he's high franchise potential, it has to work out, right? Like, we just gave up 4 first-round picks. Connor Bedard, I didn't have him in the last franchise. I need him this time around. Easy pick. Let's go. Right of the draft, there's 81 overall. You can see his X factors there. He put up 106 points in junior. Solid shot and hands there. Pretty good speed, low physical, but that's okay. I mean, yeah, this is going to be our future number 1 center. Hopefully, carry this team to a Stanley Cup. Obviously, gave up a lot of draft capital there. Like I said, 3 first-round picks this year, a first-round pick next year, but I'm happy with the trade. And next year, guys, I'm trying to bring back a local hero to the team. Braden Schenn is actually from Saskatoon. He's actually one of a handful of NHL players from Saskatoon, but I'm pretty sure he's the best one. 31 years old, 86 overall. He actually put up 57 points last year, which isn't bad at all. Thing is, he's going to probably start to decline pretty soon. I'm going to make a trade for him, though, trying, get as many seasons out of him as we can. Mikla and Todd there, just there for the roster spots. Jake Bean they like, 25-82. He's actually on our bottom pair, roll top 4, so I don't mind kind of giving him more opportunity on St. Louis. Gurianov, 1 year left there. I don't mind trading him. We have a lot of other forwards, I think. Lavoie's got some value, 22-76. He could be a bust. Garnett, 52 low top 6. I don't really mind this to make the Braden Schenn trade happen. I feel like we're not really giving up too much here. Like I said, to bring back a guy that's actually from the city. See what the Blues say. Trade is rejected. Okay. I thought that was, pretty close. I'd probably not give up another pick to make this happen, but I'll give a 3rd. And trade's accepted. Okay, so hopefully, Braden Schenn playing in front of, his home crowd will be a good player for us. And so we'll send him here, guys, now to our 2nd round pick. But before we make it, I want to take a look at that first round. So after we took Bedard there first overall, you got Michkov 2 to the Blackhawks, 79 high elite. Fantilli 3 to the Coyotes, also 79 high elite. And remember, both these teams picked, top 5 in the makeup 2022 draft. Coyotes actually had 2 picks. I feel like in real life, both those teams probably picking top 5 this year. Bieksa here, 82 medium elite. Some made-up dude going to Minnesota at 4. You got Ritchie there to Buffalo. Javon Mallet here, another made-up guy going to Montreal. He's an 80 medium elite. It's crazy. Like, I hate the made-up guys. 82 medium elite there. Higher rated than Connor Bedard in the 2023 draft. Like, such a joke. Then here at 7, you got Jaeger, Dvorsky 8, Benson 9. Of course, these are actually our 3 picks in the Montreal franchise. Carlson there at 10. Let's see, kind of Sale there you got at 13. He should probably be like at least high top 6. Allen there, 74, high top 4, not bad. Danielson, Wood, okay. Let's see Quentin Musty there at 20. Again, just kind of giving you guys a look. Theo Lindstein there, 69, medium top 4. And I thought Lindstein should have been medium elite, but I actually just took a look at all the updated mock drafts of 2023. Most people have him as a late first, maybe even early 2nd rounder at this point. So medium top 4 makes sense. Look at the rest of the guys here. Crystal, kind of a Montreal legend there, going number 31 to the Rangers. Crap. Crap. I spent so long, guys, looking at all the different prospects and stuff that our computer auto-picked, as I totally forgot to call the timeout. We get Pinelli here, 61 high, top 9. Aw, that is not the pick I wanted to make. Like, honestly, Jarvinti there, guaranteed medium top 6. I mean, Haribo, high starter, guaranteed. You got Hagos there, medium elite, potentially. Kalen Lind, I'm pretty sure is a medium top 6. Alright, guys, I'm going to see if we can get the guy I actually wanted. The medium bottom 6 prospect for the Red Wings second rounder. They say no. Again, I shouldn't have to even do this, but that's my bad. I just kind of totally forgot that the time was running as I was looking at all the prospects in the first round. Add a medium starter goalie. Yeah, I was going to say, they have to say yes. So, kind of lost him for nothing, but we also signed him for nothing, so it is okay. Jarvinti there, 67 medium top 6. That's who I wanted. Wow, okay. So, I guess we'll take Haribo here. High starter goalie, guaranteed. And he's 67 overall already. A few X factors at 18. Like, that's actually really good. You guys can see right here, Haribo immediately becomes our best goalie prospect. Now, I'm actually trying to make another trade. I'm going to do like a third next year with, I don't know, a fifth this year to try and get the Red Wings second round pick there. It's another second round pick from the Red Wings. I'd like to get that guy who could be medium elite. I don't think he's went yet. Oh, wow. This guy, I don't even know how to say his name. Brucewitz, medium top 4 potential defenseman. Same with Dragicevic there. I should have known Dragicevic had medium top 4. But, like I was saying, I want to take a chance on this Hagos guy. Maybe even Kalen Lind. I feel like Hagos, though, makes more sense. Similar style there to Voracek. NHL ATA is 1 year guaranteed. So we know he's like a 70-something coming out of the draft. 71, medium top 6 grinder there. Not bad at all. He is medium top 6, but still, that's pretty high rated. Decent shot on him, too. I feel like he could be a really good third and at least fourth liner in the future. And next year, guys, I'm going to try and trade this green prospect. He's pretty average. 1968 high top 9. We have a bunch of them with a fourth rounder for the Dallas second round pick. They say yes. Okay, so the reason I'm doing this is actually draft Kalen Lind here. Probably the last time I move up into this draft. 64 medium top 6. Yeah, that was worth it. Potential-wise now, in the 6th. Nikitin there, maybe medium top 6. Slavacek, maybe low elite. HLATA 5 years. 5 years for both. So I guess we'll go with the medium top 6 first here. Nikitin, 55 medium bottom 6. Next pick, we'll take that guy who could be low elite, although, as I mentioned, chances are low. Stuart Roloff's here, actually. I mentioned before, neighbors with my cousin. So maybe I'll take him just to, have some fun. 63 medium AHL, okay. Then we'll get like the last pick in the draft to take that guy who could be low elite. I'm going to offer the Oilers 7th next year for the last pick in the draft, which they will take because chances are our 7th will not be the last pick in the draft, so it just makes sense value-wise. So we'll see if our guy is still there. Again, he's got a decent chance to be a low elite there. Simon Slavacek from Flint. 58, low top 9. That's not bad. Obviously, though, the big takeaway from this draft is the fact we landed Connor Bedard. Cost us 4 first-round picks, but like I said, I think it was definitely the move to make. As we're on the re-sign phase of $37 million in cap space, you can see at the bottom there, absolutely insane. You can see all of our top players are locked up. Shipachyov here, now an 84, wants a new contract. 1 year, $4 million. That's quite fair. If we're not doing good, could definitely trade with the deadline for sure this time because he's higher rated, will have more value. JVR I'd like to bring back just because he does have a decent shot. For sure, I think he'd be at least a third liner for us. 2 years, $4 million. I'd rather do 1 year, I think, $4 million again. Give us more options. Trevor Moore, we'll see what he asks for. He actually had a decent season last year. 28, he wants 4.9 for 4 years. I feel like we really only need him as like a stopgap player, so I'll pay him until he's 30. Give him 4.5 for 2. Gontra's under contract. Sonny Milano depends on the price. 3.3 million. I'm going to let him go at that point. Connor Bedard, obviously, we'll give the max contract to get him signed. I'm still not sure if I want to have him in the NHL or AHL. As in our Montreal franchise, he got drafted by Buffalo, and they sent him back to junior for a year, and he ended up exploding. So I'm still not sure exactly what I want to do. Stanley here, I think if we qualify, I can probably get for cheaper than 1.5. Noah Gregor here, looking like a fourth line center. I feel like $1 million for him. Like 4-year deal, that's actually really good value. Connor Timmins here wants just under 1 for 1, then he gets pretty expensive. So yeah, we'll do the $950K for a year. Rask there, we're just letting go. We signed him just for some extra depth last season. I mean, Paling, Krasov, Brown, Bolsters. We'll get all these AHL guys signed. Krasov wants $1 million for 1 year, which obviously is why we didn't extend him. I said I was, asking for 3x3. Paling also wanted $1 million. Brown there wants 1.5, so he'll just be qualified. Bolsters is actually dropped in rating. I'll do 1 year. That's fine. Now, Neil Yakupov really doesn't make a ton of sense to bring back. Wow, he wants 1.3 million as a 78. I wanted to bring him back for fun, but it's just gonna be in the AHL, so I gotta let him go. It was fun at least for season 1. Mikula we got back for free. Gambrel here, let's see. Yeah, he's cheap. Kiefer Bellows actually dropped to a 77. He wants 1.2, so just gonna qualify him. Now, Manus Kolko here, somebody mentioned that they knew in real life, so I'll have him at least till he's like done growing 26, have him as an AHL defenseman. And looking at our goaltending now, guys, definitely Anderson, I think we just let go. Maybe we bring him back in free agency, but there's really no reason to tie ourselves to him. Gustin here I'm looking at, okay, 1.2 for 1. 2 years is basically the same. If he does good, I think that's worth it, give him extra like 50K. I'm thinking he'll either be the NHL backup or AHL starter. Delia, he wants under $1 million. He actually had decent numbers, but again, really no reason we need to bring him back. So I think Kolosov will be the AHL starter, honestly. 74 is not bad. And Herbal here, I think, will be the AHL backup. Yeah, he's not going back to junior. So that's the AHL goalies. Gustin's the NHL backup. All we need now is an NHL starter. All right, so Balsers there said yes. Same with Trevor Moore. I didn't think he would. Gustin said yes. Krasov, Gambrel, JVR. I actually gave them all like a little bit less than they're asking. Usually players are, you know, bigger sticklers with the price, but so far everyone's saying yes, which is awesome. Even Shipashev there came back. Herbal there. Bedard, obviously. Hagos accepted. Okay, so I think for like the first time ever, every single player made an offer on accepted, and we still have $27 million in cap space. So we can definitely be active in free agency. I think, you know, the team showed last year that they're not very far from competing, so I'm definitely kind of, you know, taking a new approach here to this rebuild. I thought it was going to be a complete tank job for the first 3 to 4 seasons, but the fact we almost made the playoffs last year, even after trading away a couple of our better players, I feel like I owe it to this team to make them competitive, but I already know I'm going to make this team better on paper, and somehow they're going to perform worse next season. And next year, guys, we'll take a look and see who's available in free agency. Hopefully, okay, wow, Dylan Larkin is a free agent. I don't know how Eisman didn't get him signed there. Timu Myers and RFA, same with Hintz, they both want $10 million. Tarasenko's available, Joe Pavelski, Dubois RFA. Kuzmenko there, up to an 86. But I guess it kind of makes sense. He had 68 points last year in his first season with the Canucks. And right now in real life, he's actually doing really well, averaging almost a point per game. So obviously, guys, you already know who I want. It's Dylan Larkin. Defensively, like, we could sign somebody, but our defense is pretty good. Like, we really don't have to, especially, like, at these prices. You know, we have 26 million. It makes sense, I think, to go after Dylan Larkin. Also need a starting goaltender. Freddie Anderson's available. 33 years old, 87 overall. That one's an interesting one because he is kind of getting up there in age. Same with Varlamov there. Nedojevic, 27 now, so he's done growing, 85. Okay. Looks like if we really want the best goalie, we'd have to go after Anderson. Now, the best value goalie here is definitely Cam Talbot. Under $2 million for an 83. Isn't too bad. And as I've showed you guys before, I don't really think it makes sense spending a ton of money on a goalie. The only thing I'd be willing to do for Anderson, because he is 33, what the heck, he actually gets cheaper on a short term. I was going to say is maybe do like a 2-year deal at shorter term money. As in 2 years, we'll actually have a lot of rookies getting paid. Until then, it's not as big of a deal. We also have a ton of money right now. I don't think we'll be able to spend it all. So I'll do a 2-year 6.5 for him. I doubt he says yes, but, you know, I'll put it out there. Defensively, I mean, Klingberg for $6 million is 86. Offensive defenseman. We kind of have Tyson Berry, though, already fills that role. And I just double-checked our defense, guys, and somehow in, like, the 5 days since we signed Connor Timmins, he's actually grown from a 79 to 81, so he's fine now to play on the bottom pair with Gonchar, of course, is the rookie. Had a good AHL season last year. Like I mentioned, I was looking at the free agent defenseman, thinking about maybe signing Klingberg or even Brian Dumoulin, because an 84 there, making just under $5 million. Really good defensive stats, like 92 D awareness, 88 shot block, stick check. I still think, like, he wouldn't be the worst, but, you know, Timmins makes a lot more sense probably. But you can see we got some competition for him there. 2 teams interested at $4.8 million, so I think I'm fine with the defense we have. Dylan Larkin, though, he would immediately be our #1 center. I think Bedard would be the 2 until he passes Larkin. Cirelli's the 3. Like, we're absolutely stacked. Maybe Shipashev goes to the wing. 7 years till he's 33. Like, he'll be good then. 7-11? I think that's what we offer him there. See what he says. Also, guys, look at 2-way goalies here. Really nobody that great available. 2-way players. Honestly, kind of the same thing. Like, anyone with decent potential is a lot older. Like, this dude, 2057, low top 4. We have a lot of contract spots, so we might as well. Chances are he doesn't really turn out, but you never know. And now there's a ton of high top 9 forwards still available in free agency, so I'll sign Matica. He's the best one, 1970. Youngest, as well as basically tied for the highest rating. I don't really know why they're all here. Maybe there's just a bunch and teams don't really see the point to keep them, but like they still have value in the trade value screen, so that doesn't really make sense. Again, you can see there's just so many of them. All right, so this low top 4 defenseman said yes. He'll be in the AHL. Probably not even actually starting. Matica there said yes. He was like the 70 overall, high top 9. Think he should be decent. Freddie Anderson said no. Didn't like the contract term. Went back to the Maple Leafs. Larkin says yes, though. That's a lot more important. Dylan Larkin on the team. Ryan Strome and Henrique for Barrie. That looks like kind of a cap dump. And then, a decent player in Strome for Tyson Barrie. Larkin had 76 points last year. So, yeah, that is amazing. We'll have to go get our starting goalie now. I was hoping Talbot was still available, and I do not see him. James Reimer's a good guy. I wouldn't mind giving Reimer a 1-year deal. Although, Nedeljkovic there's an 85. He's younger. $4 million. Let's see. He had under 900 save percentage low last year with 3.5 against. Reimer had a .928 and a 2.33. Like, those are such good stats. He wants a 1-year. Ranta wants a 2. I feel like I'm willing to do a 1-year until, we find a better goalie in free agency next summer. Maybe one of our young goalies kind of steps up. Now, since there are a good amount of goalies available, I'm going to offer Reimer 2.5 for 1. If we miss out on him, we could go after Ranta, Nedeljkovic if he is still there. But, I think Reimer, based on his stats, his price, everything else makes sense. Hopefully just no one else overbids us. Tyler Johnson, even if he's gone up to like 84, is still a lot of money. Wow. He actually goes to the rival team, then the LA Kings. Didn't offer him enough money. Oh my gosh. I was mentioning like a good goalie coming up or whatever. Look at the trade from Florida. Spencer Knight for Tyson Barrie, a 3rd and a 4th. This is almost an auto accept. I just want to take a look and see. I'm curious what Knight's rating is. He's an 84 right now at 22. He's got medium potential. Last year's stats were kind of weird. Only 8 wins, 24 games. But he did have above 900 save percentage. 3 goals against isn't the best, especially with the 700 scoring set to medium. Thing is, tons of X factors. Pretty decent contract. He's got medium potential there. Barrie puts up a lot of points, but, I mean, we have to say yes. Like, there's no way. I'm actually looking at the trade value, though. Could we keep a pick here and still make this happen? Like, what about Barrie and a 4th for Knight? Yeah, okay, so they asked for more than they actually needed. There we go. So I was worried about, like, who would be our goalie, and Florida just came and answered all our prayers. Now to trade away Barrie, guys, we definitely got to get Stanley signed here. 2 years, 1.6. I mean, 3 years, 4 years. Let's do 3 years at 1.5, see what he says. Also, too, I noticed we definitely need, like, a couple more AHL defensemen. Right now, that AHL decor is looking pretty terrible. All right, guys, I'm looking for some AHL defensemen. I see Axel Anderson's available as a free agent. Doesn't want a 2-way, but honestly, that's fine. We can just bury him. 23 years old. We're gonna offer him $1 million anyway. So 4-year deal. We'll do 1.1 million. I think he could end up being an NHL bomb pairing defenseman. If not, we can bury pretty much all of that. Sean Day's here, 25.77. Obviously, former exceptional status player. He's got decent skating there, decent physical. Maybe sign him for like 1 year, 950K. Again, we're just trying to make this AHL defense a bit better. Hayek here, 25, defensive defenseman. He looks like a guy, again, probably just give like a 1-year deal to. I'm also actually looking at some 2-way defensemen. There's decent guys available, like a Tard there, Chisholm, St. Ivany, 23.76, 88 passing. I'm not sure if we're going to get all these guys. If we do, honestly, I'm fine with it. Like, they're all pretty good. 24-year-old here. Kind of gets expensive after 1 year, so we'll just do the 1 year. Chisholm here, we could do actually a 3-year there. Already a 77 at 23, and then St. Ivany, I like the passing on him, so let's do 2 years at 950K. So potentially bringing in like 6 new defensemen there for the AHL, but again, I'm not sure who we're going to land, and it was looking pretty weak, so I don't mind. All right, so Axel Anderson said yes, that's a really good contract. Waiting to hear back from the rest. Logan Stanley, there we go, so he'll be the NHL bomb pairing defenseman with Timmins. Hayek said yes. St. Ivany rejected. Don't want a 2-way. He was literally under 2-way. Okay, whatever. We don't need him. Broberg will be there. Atard there said yes. Same with Chisholm. Sean Day rejected. Roster's full. Honestly, maybe that is for the best. So I think we're good to go now, guys. I might just wait till like August, see who's available. For instance, Tarasenko there. Like, he's such a good player. I mean, oh my god. Last year, how many I gotta do some quick math. 87 points last year, 82 games. 89 overall sniper. He's still available. We have $15 million to spend. Like, we're actually trying to make a playoff push. I don't understand why we wouldn't sign him right now. 2 weeks into free agency, he's still there. I'm going to make him an offer. We'll have to trade away a bad contract, obviously bring him in. I don't want to do 4 years, that's for sure. I think I'm comfortable, though, with 2 again. Like, once all those RFAs start needing money, we want more flexibility. 2 years there at 9.5. I think that's more than fair. We're also losing a bunch of money on 1-year guys like JVR, Shipachyov, so like we still should be in a really good cap situation. All right, guys, so next we're going to see if the Arizona Coyotes will give us a 4th and a 7th for Bellows and Honka. I really don't like the fact I'm paying Bellows, still only a 77, 1.2. And then Honka here, it's at 22 years old, still only a 63, so he probably won't turn out. See what the Coyotes say to this. Trades accepted. Okay, so a couple picks for free. Should show you guys too. Their 2024 draft is stupid. 4 seconds, 4 thirds. Obviously, I just took a 4th and a 7th from them, but now we just have to wait and see what Tarasenko is going to say. We have the room for him now. Wow, and there he goes. He wants to be a Saskatoon Caribou. Let's go. So I think the team is good to go for next season. I mean, this is kind of crazy. This summer we added Connor Bedard, Dylan Larkin, and Vladimir Tarasenko. Like, team should be much, much better. We're now about to start the season here, guys. I'm just making a small trade with the Avs to get a 7th round pick, offering up Gambrel. I thought he was still 26, but he's actually 27, so he's done growing. We've got a lot of, prospects that need that ice time in the AHL. So I'm willing to move on from him. We'll see what they say. Trade accepted. So like I was saying, guys, we're about to start next season here with a 4-3 record through the preseason. Torelli there's got over a point per game, 8 and 7. I'll show you what the lines are looking like. I'm really excited to see how this new and improved team does. So I've got Connor Bedard first line in the NHL with Larkin, Tarasenko. He's getting a +5. He's playing with 2 all-star players. I really can't see how this isn't good for him. So honestly, I've got him here as well, as I'm hoping to win the Calder Trophy. Second line here, we got Trevor Moore, Braden, Schenn, Jacob Verana. So very solid second. They're also getting a +5. Third line here is JVR, Shipachyov, and Sorelli getting a +1. So, I mean, that's a great-looking third line. Fourth line even, Logan Brown, Gregor, Krasov. No chemistry boost, pretty solid players. I should mention Brown eventually accepted his qualifying offer. He's actually up to an 81 as well. Now, defensively here, we got Girard and Burns on the first pairing. Hanifin and Gonchar on the second get a +5. Gonchar's up to 84. Stanley Timmins get a -1, but honestly, I'm fine with it. Goaltending-wise, Knight's now an 86. So, of course, they're starting goalie with Gustin backing up, who's now an 81. I honestly still can't believe the Panthers offered us that trade. Now, in terms of the special teams, guys, first power play here, it's pretty much all new players but Girard. And, I mean, it looks sick, so hopefully they do well. Power play 2 there, honestly, looks really good as well. Foreman power play 1 +5. You can see the foreman power play 2 there. In terms of the PK, we get +5 in the first unit. I mean, Sorelli, Larkin, I think is a sick duo. Even the second one there has Braden, Schenn. Third pairing there, you got Brown and Moore. So, overall, like I said, I really think this team should be competing. I mean, they showed last year how good they were, and I feel like the core of this team is still here. We've only added to it, so we'll see whether or not we can make the playoffs here in year 2 as an expansion team. All right, guys, we're at the Christmas break here with a record of 15, 15, and 6. I'm pretty sure last year's team had a better record at this point. Now, we're still only 3 points back there of a playoff spot. The Predators have 39 there in the wild card. I will say the Central Division is so much better than the Pacific. Like, the Coyotes there are last in the division with 34 points. And they would be 1 win back of a playoff spot in the Pacific. Like, that's crazy. Although, looking there too, like, the Canucks have 32, so it actually just shows you how tight the NHL is. Senators there are terrible in the Atlantic, but, like, even the East, pretty similar. Islanders are actually surprisingly terrible. Leading scorer at this point is Braden Schenn, the hometown kid, 31 points there in 36 games. Looking at the AHL team now, Panling there has 28 and 37, and the AHL team's currently 3rd in their division, so they are in a playoff spot. Honestly, guys, I kind of thought this might happen. It seems like whenever you make the team better, the game screws you over and you sim worse. I don't know. Maybe as well it's because every other team did get better, through players growing, becoming higher rated. I don't know, though. Like, this team I thought was pretty good. You know what, guys? I actually just realized I totally forgot to show you our ratings for this year. I apologize for that. Let me show you right now here. So, as you can see, we've got 94 offense, 93 defense, 85 goaltending. Like, that's pretty good. Nashville there has worse stats than us. Goaltending's only 1 higher, and they're currently in a wild card. So this team should be a playoff team. I think we'll just hold tight for now and, see where we're at when it comes to the deadline. All right, guys, we're at the trade deadline here with a record of 28, 26, and 8, which is good for 64 points. Currently 10 back there, the Wild, and 8 back, the Golden Knights. So definitely have our work cut out for us here if we want to make the playoffs. Really sucks. Again, we're kind of like in no man's land, although we actually were in a better position this time last year. How we were doing better last year with much worse goaltending, maybe slightly better defense, honestly, but then much worse offense. I have no idea. Braden Schenn's got 52 and 62. AHL-wise, Lysel's actually leading scorer now, 41 points there in 63 games. In terms of the AHL team, they're currently 3rd in their division, so they should be making the playoffs. I really don't know, again, what to do here. I guess a lot of the guys that have like 1 year left, we could sell, as it does not look like we're making the playoffs. Still do not regret, of course, making that trade for Bedard. Whatever prospect the Sharks take with our pick, I would gladly give up to still have Connor Bedard. Now, O'Reilly there is the best player on the block, 90 overall, still 4 years left, 6.4. Drew Doughty, Jonas Brodin, Seth Jones, Dubois, Wilson there, Spurgeon, Braden, Schenn, they have on the block for us. Not going to trade him, though. Ryan Ellis, Claude Giroux. Okay, so basically we're looking to trade away JVR, Shipachyov. I'm trying to think. Oh my god, Bedard's already 87. So that's why he's on the first line. He's got 43 points in 62 games. I feel like he's got a really good chance at the Calder. I did notice one thing I've definitely changed. He doesn't have any shooting X factors, so I'm hoping that doesn't affect how much he scores, but obviously we'll have to find out. After him, Gonchar's already an 85 now. Kamel there in the AHL is actually an 80, so that's really good to see. Again, I'm just looking to trade away any veterans with 1 year left. Hanifin, I believe, will be taking back, so Shipachyov there. Varana even we could trade away. Tim's going to try and keep JVR there, like I said. We'll be trading away, so not really going to get much back for them, but obviously something's better than nothing. Also, too, here, guys, I am curious about Spencer Knight's stats. He's gone up in rating, now an 87. 0.903, 3.09, so pretty much, you know, not the worst stats, but they're not great either. Alright, guys, so next year we're trying to trade away Shipachyov to the Lightning for a second-round pick in 2025. It's pretty much perfect value. They want Shipachyov, second-round picks on the block. He's actually had a decent year for us, 42 points there, but he's 36, so he's probably going to start declining soon. Figured it'd be nice, send him away a contender, so see what the Lightning say. Balser's getting called up, so they said yes. This could be a decent offer from the Rangers. Stenberg, who's got me on top 6 with a 7th. For Balser's a 3rd and a 4th. Will definitely depend his age and rating. So Otto Stenberg, 1873, me on top 6. 21st overall in the 2023 draft. Okay, so we're getting back a pretty good prospect there. Honestly, I was thinking about moving Balser's anyways, so yeah, I think we got to say yes there. And next year, I'm going to see if the Calgary Flames will give us a 3rd-round pick for JVR. He's got 23 points on the year, but he's 34 years old now, so definitely willing to just kind of move on from him. Of course, as I try to do that, Nashville here. Svechkov for Varana, a 5th and a 7th. That's a pretty good offer. Svechkov, 20 years old, 75 overall, medium top 6. Two-way forward there, some really good defensive stats. He's only got ADD awareness. Faceoffs are 87, shot block 91, stick check 87, kind of slow, but let's see, physical stats there, solid, decent shot in hands. 3 defensive X factors there. Could be like the ultimate PK guy. Varana, of course, done growing. Does have 26 goals in the year. I feel like if we are trying to, you know, trade away some guys on expiring deals, this trade makes a lot of sense. Probably save the 7th, see what they say. Trade rejected, okay. We'll put the 7th back on. And there we go. So hopefully that was the right move. And I was trying to actually make a trade, guys, a JVR to the Calgary Flames for a 3rd. So hopefully I can actually get this to go through. JVR's got 23 points in the year, but he's 34. Obviously getting up there in age. I wanted to just move on from him. And there we go. Okay, so I feel like we're done now. Trade away the 3 guys we had on expiring deals. Actually, 4 guys we count Balsers. So honestly, I feel like, you know, the team still has probably the same odds to make the playoffs at this point because it seems to be pretty luck-based. So I'm just glad we actually, you know, got some pieces back for guys we might have lost for free. The trade deadline is now complete. Let's see. We actually made the last 2 trades there. Christian Dvorak to the Red Wings. Okay. Another one of our trades. Jacob Middleton to the Senators. Another one of our trades. Let's see. Nadaver there to the Jets. Lindblom to the Kings. Theo Lindstein already getting traded to the Blackhawks. And the Boston Bruins got Jason Zucker back. Connor Murphy there to the Carolina Hurricanes. Nick Deslauriers to the Nashville Predators. Ryan Reeves to the Panthers. Anthony Mantha to the LA Kings. Okay. Matthew Nees to the Capitals. I know a lot of Leafs fans are big on him. JT Comfort there with Chris Weidman to the Flames. Kraken get back Joel Edmondson. Carson Soucy to the Pittsburgh Penguins. So I would say we definitely probably made like the biggest trade. I would say the Varana one. Alright guys, so after the trade deadline, here's an update look at the team. We still got Bedard, Larkin, Tarasenko on that first line getting +5. We now have Moore, Cirelli, and Schenn on the second line, which I think should be solid. Brown, Gregor, Krasov. With the 4th line before, now they're the 3rd line. And the new look 4th line here is Hagos, Kachuk, and Duke. So, I mean, we'll see if, you know, having some NHL ice time helps those guys out. Defensively, no change. Same with the goaltending. Again, I really had high hopes for this team, but what are you going to do? AHL-wise, also no change to their goaltending. First line there, still that one getting +5. Kamel's an 80, so like I said, definitely will be making the jump to NHL next year. I'd just rather him kind of help out the AHL team on a Calder Cup run for now. We still have Ty Ryan on the second line, playing with Svechkov and Lysell, so I'm hoping Svechkov does well there. The 3rd line there, just a bunch of low 70. Same with the 4th line. I think even the AHL defense is the exact same. So I think the NHL team, like I said, is a bit of a write-off for this season, but AHL, I still have some hope. And so it's down the end of the season here, guys. We finished the record of 35, 35, and 12. 82 points on the year, so we averaged 1 point per game. Unfortunately, though, 9 points back there of a wildcard spot. And it looks like the Pacific actually got it together as another playoff spot came from that division. I thought it'd be all Central, and the Coyotes fell apart, I see. 67 points. I'll show you guys the AHL team next. First, you can see Tarasenko there had 63 points on the year. Lysell, 56 there, leading AHL scoring. And they were second in the division with 106 points. Awesome to see that. Looks like they also finished third in their conference. So take a look and see how everyone did on the NHL team. I was hoping Bedard would have popped off a bit more than this. But he did have 61 points, which honestly for a rookie season isn't bad. Braden Schenn, 62. So again, the hometown kid looked good. Larkin also had 60. Girard here, another solid season, 55 points. I forgot to mention too, guys, I did not change the captaincy from last year. So Girard, Cirelli, and Burns, we're still running the 3As. Speaking of Cirelli there, over 50 points again, so you can't complain. 6 guys on the team at over 50, 4 at over 60, so like pretty solid. Trevor Moore there, almost 50 points. He started out the year on the third line. Gonchar here in his rookie season, 26 points. He was actually a plus 10, which is pretty good, I think. Yeah, him and Hannafin's pair there did well. Krasov, 24. Brown, 24. Gregor, 23. Let's see those guys we called up. Duke had 4. Kachuk had 1, and same with Hagos, but whatever. Goaltending stats here. Spencer Knight, .903 and 3.07. Again, for an 87, you expect a bit better, but we didn't have a goalie, so I think that trade was still not bad. Gustin stats there were actually pretty good. AHL-wise, Kolosov, .916 and 2.47. He looked solid. Herbal could have been better, but he was a rookie, so it's okay. And in terms of the AHL skaters, right behind Lysell, Howard there at 54, Kamel 51, Paline 50, Colangelo here at 49, only a 74. Power forward there, solid season, hopefully he grows a bit. Svechnikov 46 for more of a defensive guy, I think it's also good. Ronnie in there at 44, same with this Matika guy. And actually Broberg here, 43 for defenseman. Isn't bad at all. And looking at the entire league now, guys, Scheifele finished first in scoring with 119 points. Matthews 1 point behind him there with 118. Then McDavid, Kucherov, Jason Robertson, Mitch Marner, Marchand, Point, McKinnon. Most goals, though, goes to Matthews with 69. Nice. Defensive scoring here, Hedman, I think he led in scoring as well last year, 82. Carlson, just like in real life, had a bit of a resurgence there, 76 points. I don't see Tyson Barrie at the top of this list, which is good. I was really worried I would, although... Take that back, he had 61 on the Florida Panthers there. Time on ice, 21 minutes. That means he had to have been on their top pair. I mean, for us, he put up 49 with a lot less minutes, so they must like that trade. I'll take a look next here, guys, at the goaltending. Freddie Anderson, most wins, of course, with the Leafs. We could have signed him. Didn't offer him enough years. Oh, well, save percentage there, .918. Let's see, for a starter, Jake Andre, actually, .923. And the best goals against there, also Andre with a 2.44. Rookie skaters, come on Bedard. And it is Connor Bedard there at the most points, 61. Now this Javon Malachi on the Montreal Canadiens, who was drafted 6th overall, had 4 less points, but was plus 17 better. I swear, if he gets the Calder Trophy, 4 less points there, based off of what's literally just a team stat, I'm going to be so annoyed. Hopefully, though, the voters, they give it to Bedard. And now look at the entire league here, guys. The Maple Leafs actually won the President's Trophy. You can see 5 teams there with 100 plus points. Let's see. Seattle kind of got screwed, 15. Where did we finish? 27th the entire NHL with 82 points. Okay, tied with like a bunch of teams. Last there, Ottawa Senators. Now in terms of goals for, Winnipeg had the most. We did not have the least, so somewhere in the middle again. Goals against, the Maple Leafs there had the best. And the Ottawa Senators there had the least. Again, somewhere in the middle. So, we really weren't that bad of a team. We just kind of got unlucky, I think. Good division, whatever. So, what's smart, I think, still to start to rebuild now, trade away some of the guys on expiring deals, help to kind of retool for the next season. Now, obviously, guys, not make the NHL playoffs, but AHL playoffs. I'm hoping our team go on a bit of a run here. We got Laval here in the first round. Let's see how they do. We also have the home ice advantage, I should mention. So 1-1 through 2. And, okay, there we go. We beat them in 6. We had a 3-1 lead. And next up here, we've got Utica. Hopefully, we can keep this going. And we go 1-1 again. 2-2. And there we go. Beat them in 6. And next up here, guys, we've got the Charlotte Checkers. All right. It's currently 8-4 in the playoffs. Let's see what happens here. And that's okay. We won the first game, and then we lost the next 4 straight. That's all right, though. Still, I think, the AHL team made a bit of a run there. NHL Stanley Cup final is Colorado versus Montreal. That's like the Patrick Waugh final, you could call it. And Montreal wins the Stanley Cup. Are you kidding me? Took us 10 years in my sim, and they win it 2nd year in this. Come on. I'm very curious to see, honestly, what that Montreal team is looking like. Okay, so San Jose there is picking 8 with our first-round pick up for Bedard, so I am perfectly, happy with that. Wow, you almost never see that. Seattle won the lottery as the 17 pick, which is the last pick, and they jump all the way to 7. That's nuts. And the Vancouver as well, jumping up from 4 to 1. Okay, kind of crazy there, honestly. Like I was saying, I actually just want to take a quick look and see what Montreal's team looked like that won the Cup. So, Suzuki, Caulfield, of course. Kessel's the next best player at 86 overall. Okay, Hala there, Doxson 84 still, Hoffman on the team. This Malik guy they drafted, Anderson, Matheson. Koski was only an 83. They got Zub, Goalie 82. I mean, this team doesn't really look like a Stanley Cup winner to me. Allen's net still 85 overall. Yeah, so I think the Montreal team just went on a bit of a run there and got lucky. Taking a look at the playoff tree here, you can see they beat the Lightning in 5, Panthers in 6, Hurricanes in 7, and then the Avalanche in 7. They definitely earned their way there. Team awards here, of course, we know everything, but Montreal there with the Stanley Cup. Individual, Scheifele, Art Ross, as well as the Hart. Hedman there did get back-to-back James Norris trophies. Point Lady Bing. Mallet got the Calder over Connor Bedard. That is absolute robbery. Come on. Suzuki, Conn Smythe. Audrey got the Vezina there. Anderson, though, William Jennings. Siegenthaler, Bill Masterton. Minnesota coach Jack Adams. Barkov got a Selke. Scheifele also got the Ted Lindsay. And then Matthews, of course, Maurice Richard. Now, in terms of the AHL here, guys, Milwaukee Admirals there win the Calder Cup. But individual here, we got Doan with the most points, which is pretty cool. That's actually Shane Doan's son. You also got MVP. Fortier there, most goals. Leo Carlson there on Laval, outstanding rookie. Poirier there, best defenseman, also on Tucson. Kolosov, though, on our team, got the best goalie. You then have Kiefer Sherwood here winning MVP of the playoffs. Janmark, sportsmanship. Emberson, community involvement. And then finally, Ferguson there, also on Tucson, lowest goals against. So that Tucson team looking like a bit of a wig. And now next year, guys, taking a look at retired players. Ovechkin calls it quits at 38. This has to be one of the earliest times I've ever seen him retire. 884 goals. I'm not even sure if that beats Gretzky's record, which is crazy because he almost always beats it. Thornton there retires as well. Back the Maple Leafs, Calic Poso, Andrew Ladd, Neal, Phil Little, Foligno, Bozak. Goaltending-wise, Stalock, Hutchinson. Now, before I show you guys that goal record, one really cool thing about being an expansion team is the fact that, like, you're setting all the new records. So you can see all-time there. You know, they're pretty low, but then you even go to, like, season records. At the end of 10 years, we're able to see, like, you know, who had the most goals in a season for us during that 10-year time, the most points, assists, etc. What rookie had the best season for us. Bedard 61 will definitely be tough to beat. The game records as well. I can see most goals in game. Tarasenko had 4 one time. So really, really cool about the expansion team in that way. And now looking at most goals here in the NHL, wow. Ovi retires 10 back of Gretzky. There is no way in hell Ovi is retiring 10 shy of Gretzky's record. He is going out there for at least, you know, 20 games next season and breaking that record. No way does he retire short of it. But definitely, like I said, kind of cool to see him retiring early, as usually, you know, he lasts a lot longer. But that's going to do it, guys, for this episode. Next one, we'll start with the 2024 entry draft. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, leave that thumbs up. If you guys have not subscribed yet, hit the sub button down below. And as always, guys, thank you so much for watching. Have a nice day. Goodbye.